You ever get those Sunday scaries? You know, that dread on Sunday, knowing that you're gonna have to go back to work or school and you don't wanna do either. Maybe that job sucks and you really don't wanna be there, but you're stuck. You don't know what to do and you can't just quit because ain't nobody gonna come and pay your bills, right? So what do you do? In today's video, I'm gonna talk to you about those times in your 20s when you feel like you're stuck in a job that you don't want. Hey, it's Marty again, your certified coactive confidence coach on a mission to empower 1,000 young women to live their best life by improving their confidence. This is part 3 of my Stuck in Your 20s series, so make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. That way you'll know when I release part 4 and all the other videos for those of you who are truly serious about leveling up this year. Feeling stuck in a job can be a very frustrating experience for anyone. It can lead to feelings of being dissatisfied and boredom and even depression sometimes. But what does it really mean to be stuck in a job? And what are the common causes? In this video, I will explore with you the possible reasons why you feel stuck in your current position and how you can break free from it. This being stuck is called job stagnation, and it refers to specifically the feeling of being stuck in your current job. So this can be experienced on a professional level or just as a chronic dissatisfaction with your current career path. These feelings of boredom or lack of stimulation or feeling like you haven't learned anything and having no vision for your future are all signs of this. On a professional level, it can lead to decreased productivity, low morale, and higher rates of you calling in. And on an individual level, it can lead you to depression and even anxiety over whether you'll ever find a job that really satisfies you. All of this can significantly impact your self-esteem and your confidence if you don't address it. The causes for job stagnation fall into 3 main categories. We're going to go over professional, personal, and external. On a professional level, there are many reasons why someone may feel stuck in their current position at their job. These reasons include a lack of support from the company or their management or coworkers, maybe a lack in your advancement opportunities, or simply not having the right skills for that particular role. So here are some steps to take if this applies to you. Number 1 is to diagnose. You are going to figure out what it is about this job you don't particularly like. Is it your boss? Is it the work you're doing? Is it that you don't like talking to customers or clients? Is it that you don't feel qualified to do your job? You really need to spend some time here really considering what aspects of your job are killing your soul so that you can address it. I remember having a government job that I literally hated, and it literally destroyed my sense of self. And after the 3rd year of doing the same thing over and over and seeing the people that had been there for 15, 20 plus years and what they were like, I started to consider different options. Number 2 is to take action. There's only one way to change things in your life, you guys, and that's to take action. I always encourage my coaching clients to be in action. That is where your power is. So once you've diagnosed what the root cause is of what's killing you at this job you feel stuck in, take action. If you don't like your boss, figure out what specifically they're doing and try to have a conversation with them. Remember, voice your opinions, or you can talk to their boss or a coworker about it and seek some advice on how to proceed. If you think you lack skills in your position, talk to your boss about how to level them up. Ask them for some feedback on what can you do to improve your skills in that area. Or if you just don't align with the values of the company or your job you're doing, like if you're in retail, for example, then maybe it's within your best interest to try another type of job. You're young enough right now to experiment with different types of jobs to see what speaks to you. So go do that. Go job hop. It's fine. Number 3 is give yourself a deadline by when you're going to take this action. Without a deadline, it's just not going to happen, and you're going to be stuck and unhappy, and you're going to keep complaining about how much you hate this job for a really long time. You're going to grow old and bitter, and people will hate being around you because nobody likes being around negativity. That is why I left that government job. Everyone there seemed to be miserable and petty, and I wanted out of that environment so bad. I gave myself a buy date. This buy date was carefully considered. So one thing I highly recommend is to not rush out of there without some kind of alternative or a plan B. Definitely set your deadline, but make sure it's a reasonable one. The mere fact that you have made a decision to take action and that you have set a deadline will motivate you to leave as quickly as humanly possible. Now, on an individual level, there are many possible causes why you feel stuck in your job. One can be that you might be chronically fatigued due to long work hours or plain bored with the same routine, and this can affect you negatively over time. So here are some steps to take to lessen this. Number one is self-care. I talk about the importance of this all the time. It's crucial that you take care of your physical health and your mental health. This has a significant impact on how you feel about your job, about your relationships, and your outlook on life. What does your body need right now to feel better? What does your mind need to feel better? Really start asking yourself these questions, and being mindful is going to improve your health overall. Number two is balance. Find ways in which you can achieve a higher level of balance with your work and in your life. If you feel like you're working an insane amount of hours per week and have no life, that could be a problem. You weren't put on this earth just to work and pay bills. Having some sort of social life, a fun hobby, or other activities not involving work is going to be crucial for you to feel fulfilled. So be careful of getting stuck in this vicious cycle of going to work, coming home, being tired, doing nothing, going to sleep, and repeating that all over again and again. Number three is be selfish. Yes, I said it. Be damn selfish with what you need. Being selfish isn't a bad thing. We all are sometimes, but we are selfish for the right reasons. A lot of us tend to be selfish in a way that doesn't serve us. We do things for others, for our work, for our family, for our friends, whatever, because we've been taught that that's what we should do. So we should do it to please people or to get approval from our parents, our bosses, etc. I want you to be a bit more selfish with you and your time. Make yourself a priority and figure out what you need first and foremost. If you don't give into everything others want from you, then you'll have more time and energy for yourself and you'll feel more empowered. That's the key here. And finally, on an external level, it is important to recognize there have been many dramatic changes in the workplace as a result of the pandemic in 2020. That has included a lot of changes from working in the office all day to working remotely, and even having those side hustles for gig services like Uber and DoorDash. I'm sure you're familiar with these. So for these external factors, I want you to, number one, try things. I'm going to repeat this over and over because it's so important. When you're young, try things. Try different types of jobs to see what you like better. Are you a people person who likes talking to people, or do you prefer to sit isolated with absolute focus on your job? Figure out that part. That way you can start applying for those types of jobs. Again, you have to take action. Number two is to take an assessment. There are tons of assessments out there that can show you where you might be good at within a certain job. For example, there is ASVAB. It's a great assessment to figure that part out. Another great resource is the staffing agencies. Some of these have tools to test your skill set and see where you might be good at. And another great tool for this is CliftonStrengths. Let me say that again. CliftonStrengths for students. And this can give you guidance on what you're good at so you can align your work towards that. And I'm going to put the links in the description for you. And then the last one, the third one, is talk to others. Talk to people in that same position or that same industry, whether that's a coworker or a friend in the same type of job, to see if they're experiencing the same kind of stuckness. Is this something that's just affecting you, or is that how most people feel in this type of position? Also, talk to people outside of your industry, outside of your company, and in other job positions you want to try. You'll gain a wealth of information by talking to people just in general, but specifically talking to someone that has the type of position that you're interested in or at the company you want to work for. Trust me, People love to share about what they do and will often share insight on even the application process, or if there's a position coming up, they may even recommend you. So start speaking up and talking to people. You're just going to have to try a few different things because honestly, you guys, most people don't just find their dream job right away. I don't care what you see on social media, those super successful friends on the internet who are also in their 20s, they are not the norm, ladies. So don't stress yourself out thinking you're behind, and let's do the work to get you where you want to be. It takes some soul searching and job searching to find out what job best suits you without giving you those Sunday Scaries or Sunday blues or whatever you young ladies are calling it these days. You might need to school me on that one. So if you're calling it something different, leave me a comment so I know. All right, so my challenge for you is to do the following. Think about a job where you can see yourself being happy, where you can actually see yourself getting up without dreading it. Visualize the perfect day from like the moment that you get up. What time would you get up? How will you dress? What activity do you have time to do in the morning before going to work? What route do you take to work? Who's the first person you greet or see when you get there? What does your perfect workspace look like? Visualize it all and dedicate a few moments of your day to do this. The more you visualize where you want to be, the higher the chances are you are going to start taking action to get out of that job that you're stuck in. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to share this with a friend who might need to hear this, and be on the lookout for next week's video. Until next time, ladies, go be confident.